everyone. Welcome back to We're Spiraling Again. I'm Claire.
And I'm Amber.
And we are spiraling again. Well, not again, but today specifically, really just about life in general. Okay. Me personally, I will talk about what I've been up to lately and the things I've been spiraling about in that context. So I have put off going to the doctor longer than I would maybe care to admit. Which I'm not gonna lie, my mom does guilt me about that a lot. Shout out Jackie if you're listening.
She just wants you to be so healthy.
Well, she really is an ally to the impoverished because she likes to be like, Claire, you need to really like be utilizing your privilege in this instance.
Right.
And recognize that like you have health insurance and health care.
Right.
And I'm like, thank you for calling me in about that because you're right. So in that instance, she was like, your privilege needs to like, overcome your just medical anxiety. So
of course.
I went to the doctor and, things were looking relatively fine. But she was like, we're going to get some updated labs. And I said, well, I think I know what that means. That means getting blood work done.
Oh, yeah.
And that means a needle.
Oh, yeah. How many vials do they take? Do you know? Do you know how many vials they took?
I didn't look.
Okay. I assumed as much, but I didn't know if you knew.
Well, also, okay, so you have to fill out a form like before you go, which basically is asking you different questions. I think they're trying to gauge like if you're going to be a fainter,
right?
What they need to do to like take any sort of like mitigation to ensure that
they say get apple juice in here.
Yeah, to make sure that you're not going to faint on their watch, because I'm assuming that just opens up a whole can of worms in terms of liability.
Oh yeah, I have a story about that when you're done.
Oh, okay, I'm ready. But so I put that I like not a fainter when it comes to like seeing blood. I'm not. I just don't like needles or shots. I don't like the little pinchy feeling. It doesn't really hurt that bad, but psychologically it hurts.
It's just
a lot.
uncomfortable.
It's uncomfortable and it's scary. But like throughout the whole time, I don't drive for a lot of reasons, and maybe we'll unpack that another time, not now. But so my mom, I mentioned her before, Jacqueline, she took me. And I brought her back with me for moral support. And the whole time she's just like squeezing my shoulder like this and being like, by the way, I got this like mango orange juice at Costco that you can have when we get home.
She said, got a distractor.
But I think that plus the fact that I don't know if maybe I feel like nothing in my forms would have indicated that I was like a nervous patient, but she probably just saw how pale I was as we walked back there. That coupled with my mom, the whole time I was getting my blood drawn, it was just a lot of like, are you still doing okay? Like, we're almost done. Like, we're halfway there.
I was like, how long? I feel like usually blood draw is pretty fast.
No, the whole thing was like 10 minutes.
Oh.
But
that's to feel like a long time.
I just think as she was, like the whole like appointment time. Oh. The actual blood draw
you meant
itself.
They were actively taking blood from your body for 10 minutes.
Oh, no.
I was like, oh my God, how do you have any
No,
left?
that was probably like, I don't know, 3 minutes maybe. I have no idea. Time. What is time when you're trying to stay as still
like
as possible?
Seconds.
Maybe it was. I don't know. I think I assumed they got multiple, what is it? Vials
of tubes. Yeah,
little
vials.
Test tubes.
Yeah.
I'm assuming it's not a beaker full.
I mean, maybe if you combine all of them. No, there's like literally like this much blood in each one. It just looks like so much because they're so skinny.
Okay. Quick aside. Wasn't that what that whole scandal was about with that lady who they made a Hulu show about? I cannot, Elizabeth something, but she like.
Tell me why I was gonna say Elizabeth Teckenbrock, but I know that's not who you're talking about. That's a crazy TikTok girl.
Oh, I don't know who that is, but
she's crazy.
Okay, I also can't say her last name. From Mamma
Spell
Mia, Amanda.
Guys,
I'm so sorry. When names have the I and the E, I don't know how to pronounce
Amanda
that.
Seyfried.
But also, how do you pronounce the first part? S-E-Y?
Seyfried.
Okay. Okay.
We're just guessing.
Amanda from Mamma Mia.
Yes.
Okay. She was in the show. I don't know why I'm
What?
giving all these details. She was in the show.
What?
It was about this lady. The whole thing is that I guess she defrauded investors for her company that was about making blood draws. Not okay. It wasn't making it easier. It was like the ability to only take a little bit of blood and be able to run like a whole host of tests.
Okay, but like it's not like a documentary, but like was this based on like a real person?
Yes, not a documentary, just like based
like a docu-series kind of, but like a fictional one.
No, it was
That's not the way I'm trying to word
I
it.
don't. What are those
It's
shows
like when
even
people
called?
when people like make the mini series about like real events and real. But
Yes, like it was a dramatized show. Like it was
Right.
supposed to be like a show. Like it wasn't a whatever. But
Yeah.
anyway, I was just thinking about that when I was like, how much blood did they have to take? Because her whole business, which apparently I don't think the science behind it worked. I don't know.
I don't think they need as much blood as they take.
Well,
I fear they like. They
but I
take,
do
like, this
think
much
they
and use
need
a drop.
more than the little drop that she had promised would work.
Right. We also know nothing about any of this. I'm just guessing. I'm guessing that they use a minuscule percentage of what they take from you.
Then why do they take so much?
Maybe just in case they make a mistake.
What is the government
Like
need
what
my
if
blood
they
for?
what if they accidentally drop a drop on the ground and they said that was the only drop we had? Isn't it better to be safe
like
and
that
sorry?
new nurse in the pit?
Yeah.
Sorry, spoilers if you haven't watched last week's episode of The Pit. It's not even a spoiler. It's just one of
it's
the
just-
new nurses
yeah,
was
she
taking, blood from someone and she accidentally dropped the vial and it got ran over by a cart and it spilled on the
Yeah,
floor.
I was like, what is that spoiling?
I don't know.
A huge plot line.
It spoiled that the new nurse was able to take someone's blood. For
Watching
the first
her on
time.
that show though makes me so nervous. Like it's just like it's the nerves of like the idea of being the new person in that environment and having no idea what's going on.
Could you even imagine it's your first day as a nurse in the emergency department?
On the 4th of July.
Yikes.
Yikes on bikes.
To say the least. Okay, but the last thing I will say about this whole medical shebang I've been going through is that, and this is something I stand 10 toes down on. Okay, this was 5 fingers, but you get the gist. Is that all of my test results came back within normal limits. Okay, and I'm someone with a BMI that is not great. It's not. But all of my, like, statistically speaking, I'm a pretty healthy person.
Okay. You know what this sounds like?
What?
I mean, like, I don't mean this, like, no, I agree
No,
that, like, you
say
are,
it.
no, I agree that you're healthy. Like,
Say it.
you're healthier than me.
Maybe.
You absolutely are.
Oh, okay.
This reminds me of the Amberlyn Reed video. I don't know if anyone's going to know who Amberlyn Reed is who's watching this. It's very much a deep cut of the internet. When she's like talking about how she went to the doctor and she was like basically like, my doctor said I'm like literally insanely healthy. Like I'm perfectly so healthy. For reference, guys, if you don't know who Amberlyn Reed is, she's like 600 pounds. So it's like, it's definitely a lot more like of a stretch to be like, I'm 600 pounds and I'm completely 100% as healthy as anybody else on this planet.
Right.
But like, I don't know why that was just what that was giving.
Well, okay.
Not that you are comparable to Amberlyn Reed. Like,
well,
she also couldn't even step up a curb.
There's also a difference, like a huge difference in that. And that's basically our physical abilities based on our weight.
Yeah, like she couldn't walk for more than like a minute.
Like
you're an
obviously, okay. There comes a point where it is, I guess you could make a pretty good assumption of someone's health based on how they look outwardly. Again, it's just an assumption, but you could be like, I'm pretty sure that they're not very healthy.
Right.
You could look at me and think a whole multitude of things. But I'm just here to say, for the record, that just because, you know, someone is fat, they're chunky, okay, maybe even the clinical term obese, because doctors love to throw that one around, okay, does not mean that we're technically unhealthy.
Clock it.
Like, sure, would it maybe be better for my health outcomes if I did lose weight? Probably, but I'm doing okay.
Yeah, but your blood work is perfect.
The only thing I could improve is my my HDL, which is the good cholesterol level. It's like slightly below average. So I could increase that. But my LDL, the bad cholesterol, within normal limits.
They said it's so slay.
So
that's actually what they said when they called her. They
Could
said,
you
just letting you
imagine?
know that your blood work is like so
In my
slay.
chart, it said blood work. Actually, you kind of slayed
Your
that.
software slays, by the way.
My software?
No. That's from Pretty Little Liars. But everybody was everyone was memeing it. Like when Caleb is working with Mona's software and he goes, "Your software slays."
Did you
by
look
the way.
that up when that scene happened?
No, I had seen
it. You just remembered it?
Yeah, because I had seen that memed like a couple months before we started watching PLL
you really
again.
do have a crazy memory.
Your software slays, by the way.
We'll talk about Pretty Little Liars, but
we're still working through it. We're not done yet.
That's just a little health update for me, is that maybe, I could change some things, but in the grand scheme of things, you can't tell really anything about anyone's health based on how they look, and you shouldn't. And that's another topic that I'll bring up a little bit later after Amber shares her story. So,
well, my story was just about when I went to go donate blood for the first time. You know this story.
Yes.
But okay, so I went to go donate blood. I went to go do it, and I've still never done it because it didn't happen on that encounter, unfortunately. But I went to go donate blood for the first time. I'd never donated blood, but I have never had issues with needles. I've never had issues with like feeling faint or like you. I've never had any issues with giving, like with getting my blood drawn. And so I wasn't concerned at all. I looked up what to eat before my appointment so that I would like feel okay. So I ate like a breakfast with like oatmeal and protein and blah, 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 whatever. I just like ate what people said to eat. And I was like feeling so super ready to go into my appointment. So I got there. It was like 10 a.m. or something, which I think was the first mistake, was scheduling a morning appointment when I'd never done one before, because they say to eat like at least like 2 hours before your appointment. And I think that like I had just maybe not eaten far enough in advance, but I don't even think that was the issue anyway. So I get there, I get checked in, whatever. So first they have to sit me in the like room for a while after they've done my vitals, because I have high blood pressure. It's never officially been diagnosed, but like every time I go to the doctor, they're like, "Hey, just letting you know, like your blood pressure is elevated."
And you said, "Thanks, my dad gave that to me."
Yeah, I said, don't I know it. But when I used to go to the doctor before, they would basically be like, "It's high, but not high enough that we want to put you on like blood pressure medication at 21. But I'm like, "But wouldn't you want to get this under control?"
Right.
I basically had high blood pressure since I was like 17. So I'm like, can we lock in before I stroke out at 30 years old? Anyway.
They said, no. We don't have to worry about that right now.
Yeah, no, they're maybe like, "You're so young." And then I have a stroke. And I'm like, okay.
Knock on wood, someone please for us. There's table in front of us, but there's wood in the couch.
Yeah, the arms are wood.
Oh, okay.
I can feel it.
The more you know.
And so they had to sit me in the room because they basically were like, "We cannot like let you go back to the donation area until your blood pressure and your pulse are like kind of normal." So like they managed to get a normal blood pressure reading on me after like 4 tries. And they were like, "Okay, we're just gonna write that down." I was like, "Perfect." And then my pulse, it took like also 4 tries. So they had to keep leaving the room. She would literally like come in, take it. It was elevated. And she was like, "Just think good thoughts. Like play a game on your phone. Like just don't think about what you're doing.
Pretend you're on a beach in Hawaii."
No, literally. And I'm like, I don't even know why my pulse is high, because like I guess I was nervous. I have
I know for blood pressure. I was going to say that's what they call it for blood pressure.
Yeah, I have white coat hypertension, but I also have at-home hypertension.
And you also have white coat anxiety.
I do. So like my pulse regularly when I'm at the doctor's office is like 100 beats per minute, which is very elevated for sitting there doing nothing. So I get her concern. But anyway, so that was my first red flag, that it took them like 30 minutes just to get my blood pressure and pulse to a level where they were like, "Okay, we can like legally allow you to donate."
I would have left after the first try.
I was really locked in. Like
you were determined.
I was like, I am donating. They are taking this blood from my body. Also, it was literally just blood. It wasn't even like plasma or like anything that's like more like intrusive or like more like work or whatever. Like it drains more from your body. It was literally just blood. Okay. Anyway, so they finally get me to a point where they're like, "Okay, you can come back to the room." So I go in and I sit in this like big room where there's like an old man on this side of me, an old man on this side of me. And I'm like, "Should you be giving blood?" I'm like, I don't know how much is in your body, but that seems concerning. And so finally they bring over the nurse, who it is 1000% her first day that she's ever done a blood draw, because they bring her over and they're like talking to her like she's dumb, which like I get it, like they're trying to teach her, but they're basically like, okay, so like, and mind you, I'm sitting right there like listening to all this. They're like, okay, so like tie the little thing above right here, then you need to pulsate, whatever. And she asked if I had a preference on arms, and I said no, but like my vein to my eye is more visible on like this arm, so I was like, maybe this one. And she was like, I'll just do this one because my cart's already on that side of your body.
Right.
I've since learned that definitely this arm is my better arm, because I've used this arm for 2 blood draws since then, and it's a lot better than this arm apparently. But she was like, my cart's already on that side of your body, so I'll do it. I'll do that one.
I just want to say this also goes to show the large difference in personality between the two of us, because Amber likes to give people a chance, specifically medical well, I wouldn't call them professionals. They're medical assistants in training.
I'm willing to be a dummy.
Yes,
for them.
Whatever that looks like. Not I will not be doing that. But it is the people like this girl right here, this wonderful lady, okay, who decides that I'm going to donate my body while I'm living to science. I'm going to be the guinea pig. And gosh darn it, they're going to learn on me.
I want to be able to teach them.
Yeah.
So like anytime, like they owe it, like at the donation center.
For you, because I won't.
At the donation center, they don't ask, because they're not going to ask like, can this new nurse do it? But like I've had like medical appointments where they asked if like a new resident who had never done a procedure before did it on me, and I was like, sure, whatever. But anyway, so she's
You're
like
such a giver.
She's like, I just want them to learn. I just want them to be so intelligent. So she's like, I'll just do that side. And I was like, okay, perfect. I don't know anything. I'm like, she knows more than me. She can find the vein, whatever. It's fine. Okay. So I do whatever I do. Like like squeeze it 5 times and then release, and then we'll poke you. So I'm just sitting there chilling. Again, I've never donated blood. So I'm like, I don't really know what to expect. And I have no way of knowing if something's going wrong, because I'm like, how would I know? So Have
you never had your blood drawn before?
I have, but it's so different because when you get your blood drawn, they just put the needle in, and then as soon as they see that it's going, they just like push the vials in, vial, and then take it out.
Oh, is it not the same?
No, with donating? Blood, they're like, they connect you to like one of those blood bags that like you like that, like they bring in when they're.
Yep, that would make more sense.
Yeah, they connect you to one of those because they're taking a lot.
Right.
And so she put the needle in my arm.
Isn't it like 3 pints or something?
Oh, I have no idea.
Or I don't know. I know there's like a safe amount.
Yeah, there's like they take like a lot. Like, I mean, not that I would know because they didn't take it from me, but
well,
they take like more than one of those blood bags of you.
Well, because you can be okay. I think you can be okay without more blood than you think.
Yeah. Like you can lose a lot more blood than you think you could, and be like, and you still have like a lot of blood in your body. I mean, assuming that like you're in a like you're healthy enough to like to make. But
I wonder, the real question here is, do you think that new nurse, you think she knew that amount?
No chance, dude. She didn't even know how to put a needle in my arm. You think?
Sorry if that cackle hurt your ears. My apologies.
Okay, basically this is what happened. So she puts the needle in. She's like, oops, I missed, basically. I'm like, whatever. So she's just, instead of like taking it out or like trying to find like, maybe I should go to this arm or whatever, she's just with it in my arm. She's moving it around like this. Okay. Oh. So I'm literally sitting there like, because like, okay, I don't like get uncomfortable from blood draws. And I feel like I have a pretty high pain tolerance. So it takes a lot for me to be like, ouch, something hurts.
Did anyone else just get really squeamish when they heard that?
Sorry. Oh, you didn't like that she was doing this?
They're like,
oh yeah, she literally was like literally like, and I was like, I'm sitting there like breathing, and she's like, is that okay? And I was like it's a little bit uncomfortable, but like basically like if you need to do that, it's fine. Like I was like, it's a little uncomfortable, but like it's fine. And so she's like, okay.
Me at that point just like sobbing.
Well, because she also was basically like, it shouldn't like hurt. And I'm like, okay, well it hurts. Mm-hmm. So she's basically moving it around, and then she's like, okay, good. And she covers it with like a little like cotton round thing, and she walks away and goes to check on somebody else. So I'm like, I'm sitting there, I'm like, perfect. Like I'm giving blood, like everything's fine. I'm just sitting here, whatever. Like I'm not even thinking about it. I'm on my phone. She comes over. I'm literally not kidding. like this sounds like not a lot amount of time. She comes over like 5 minutes later, which doesn't sound like a long time, but 5 minutes where I've been sitting there assuming that blood has been leaving my body. Okay, because I don't know. She comes over 5 minutes later. She picks up the blood bag, which is like dangling off the side of my chair. She picks it up. It's empty. I was like,
and you still haven't left.
No, I'm like, okay, again, 5 minutes doesn't sound like a long time unless there's been a needle in your arm for 5 minutes and nothing has come out of you. Right. Then it's like, what has been going on for the past 5 minutes that I've been in pain? So she's like, what is going on? So she picks up the little cotton round. She looks at my arm. She covers it and she calls another nurse over. So I'm like, fabulous. This sounds like it's going to be really good. So the other nurse, who's like an older nurse, obviously experienced, she comes over. She uncovers my arm. At the second she uncovers it, she looks at the nurse and like, is like holding back laughter and is like, okay, so yeah, she's like, okay, so like you blew out the vein. So she can't donate today. And I'm like, what do you mean I can't donate today? I've been donating for 10 minutes. And I'm like, I was like, what? So basically the little nurse, she left. The older nurse was like, I'm so sorry. Like when she put the needle in, like she blew your vein out. So it already started.
What does that mean?
It basically means that she like damaged it. So like if you poke like all the way through. So my blood had already started clotting. So basically like I couldn't donate that day because like your blood clots to stop bleeding. So that's how you get a bruise. My blood had already started clotting, which means the whole time the needle was in my arm, my blood had already clotted. So like it wasn't going anywhere. That's why I wasn't giving any blood. I don't even think the needle was in my vein. I think it was just floating in my arm at that point. So she pulled it out. The other nurse is like, it already clotted. I'm so sorry. You can't donate today. My arm already has a huge bruise in the crevice of my elbow. And I was like, oh my gosh, like, no worries. That's totally fine. And she was like, yeah, like you didn't donate. So you don't need to sit in the waiting area for like, I think you normally have to sit there for like 15 minutes or something. But she was like, because you didn't actually donate anything, like you can just sit there for like 5 minutes.
No, I just, I just experienced a trauma.
Right. And I had been in so much pain. But like I had like downplayed the pain to her because I was like, it's okay. Like I was like, this is normal. I'd never done any blood.
I was
just
trying to preserve her feelings.
Yeah, I was like, maybe it's a little painful. Maybe that's normal. It's not a big deal. So like they were like, you could just sit in there for like 5 minutes and then leave just to monitor you, make sure. And so I was like, okay, yeah, like no, like I feel fine. Like I don't feel anything, right? So I go out there, I get a water and a snack, and I'm like, this is like fine. Like I'm totally good to leave. So I like talked to the girl at the front because she had like checked me in, and I was like, oh my gosh, like I didn't even get to donate. Like she blew my vein out. Like I didn't, whatever. And so she was like, okay, no worries, just sit here for a couple of minutes, you can leave. So I'm sitting there and I feel fine. And then she like 5 minutes later, she like kind of waves at me and she's like, okay, like you're good to go. Like, cause like they time you when you get out there. So I was like, perfect. As I'm about to stand up, I'm like, whoa, I think I'm going to pass out, also throw up. It like hit me like a ton of bricks. I was like, literally the second she said I could leave, I was like, oh, I'm literally sweating.
Oh no.
So I was like, okay. And I felt like I was going to vomit. So I was like, okay. And I was like drinking some of my water and I was like, actually, like, I think I'm just like not feeling super great right now. Can I lay down? And she was like, okay. And like, basically like calls everybody being like, oh, like someone's going to pass out.
Code red.
Basically. So I'm just going to like get on the floor. So because I'm smart, I'm not like people who are like, they just like sit there or they like stand up and then they pass out. Okay. I was like in my head, I was like, if I'm feeling faint, I know what I need to do is I need to get myself on the floor.
This is Amber's EMT training.
Well, I'm like, if I pass out, I don't want to pass out of the chair. So as soon as I told her that I was feeling faint, I got myself out of the chair and I sat on the floor. And then she came over and I put my feet up on the chair so that my feet were elevated. And then she brought me a bunch of ice packs and to like cool me down, whatever. And she was like, oh, I should have known when your pulse was high. Like I should have just said like, not today. Like it was a sign. But I was like, girl, but like I didn't even give blood. This was literally just because the new nurse who her first day here like was digging around in my arm with a needle.
No, she was saying that it was your high pulse and high blood pressure.
Yeah, she was also like
that caused your blood to clot, I guess.
She was like, also, like, you probably just like didn't eat enough. Like, make sure you do more research next time, basically, and make sure you're. And I'm like,
not the victim
ate,
blaming.
No, I'm like, I ate so much. I was just in so much pain that it like made me feel faint. Like, no, I almost passed out. I was white as a ghost. No blood had even left my body.
You say wet as a ghost?
White as a ghost.
Oh, white as a ghost.
What do you think I said?
I thought you said wet as a ghost.
No, I was white as a ghost.
Because like the ectoplasm?
I was the ectoplasm.
I was like, what do you mean wet as a ghost?
No, I was white as a ghost.
I thought it was white as a sheet. But think
sheets
about,
are like ghosts.
Yeah, think about what people
on.
used to use to be ghosts for Halloween.
Exactly.
2 + 2 = 4.
So she gave me ice packs to take with me in case I needed them. I don't know why. I'm like, what am I going to put them on me while I'm driving? Whatever. And I had a snack and I felt better. But like I almost passed out and vomited in the waiting room. But I didn't even give blood. It was just because the nurse was literally had a needle just going like this in my arm.
Well, I think we've learned from that experience to just go with the experienced nurse next time when it has to do with
as soon as she seemed new,
veins.
as soon as she seemed like she didn't know what she was doing, I should have been like, can we bring someone else over here? Like, even just to oversee her while she's doing it. Like, she can still do it. Right. Like, have someone there witnessing to make sure, okay, that's good. You did that correctly.
But have we not evolved as a society far enough yet that nursing students and med students have like a realistic dummy to practice on? She can't practice drawing blood from like a more realistic dummy. We don't have that yet.
No, I fear we're the dummies because we're literally like we're the like, because to donate blood, like you have to be healthy. Mm-hmm. You're donating, so I feel like it's like we're like the lowest risk patients that they could practice on.
But we're still humans that can feel pain.
Yeah,
you know.
I just don't think the dummies are there yet. Maybe. Well, there are some.
How have we not evolved that far?
I think a lot of times in nursing school, you practice like blood draws and stuff just on other students in your class. That's pretty common.
Well, at least they signed up for that.
Yeah, I'm like, at least you like gave permission.
Yeah.
That was like when I was in a CNA class. Yes, I have EMT and CNA training and I'm not using either of it. I was in a CNA class and everybody wanted to come over and take my blood pressure because nobody could believe it was so high. Literally all the students were like lining up and they were like, wait, I want to listen.
That might have been my 13th reason.
Because we were doing like manual blood pressure where you had to listen with the stethoscope and you had to like time it. So everybody wanted to come to listen to mine because my pulse was so loud and my blood pressure was so high that they were like, this is crazy. Yeah. But I'm still alive to tell the tale.
I'm glad.
Thanks.
And I'm just going to ask you to refrain from not letting experienced medical professionals treat you from now on somebody else.
Well, we don't go to like teaching hospitals for care. I don't know why I've gotten so many non-experienced medical professionals.
That's true.
I don't know.
I will also say that when I went in for my physical, I chose a nurse practitioner instead of a doctor. Best decision I've ever made.
She popped off.
She just was like, she was still like, I feel like a lot of times doctors don't really like give that much of a shit about you, or like they don't really feel like giving you the time of day. Because I guess like, I don't know, would you rather be like in the lab doing research or just like collecting your check? I don't like why did you get into this profession?
Well, because they're just not trained in patient care for like the way that nurses are.
Fix that healthcare system.
Well, yeah.
You know what? Healthcare fix a lot of stuff.
Well,
thank you.
But I had like an opposite reaction with a nurse practitioner.
Well, then maybe it depends.
Yeah, I think it really just depends.
I've just had really bad experiences. You know what? Listen, a lot goes back to being fat. Okay, a lot goes back to it. But it's like, I'm just asking you to look at me as like a full-fledged person.
Right.
And not just like a BMI. Yeah. And one of the first things she said was, wow, I've noticed how much weight you've lost from the last time you were here. Which, keep in mind, that was like 2 years ago. But still, I'm keeping it a buck.
Of course.
And then she also said, like, please don't let what your BMI is dictate how you see your health and how everyone else sees your health, because like it's outdated and it isn't because of muscle and all of this shit. It's just not indicative of your true like health outcome score, whatever you want to call it.
Right.
And it was very vindicating. And I could spiral about fat phobia and the US healthcare system for a long time, but I don't want to do that today. So
all right, what do you have next for us? I don't have any topics prepared.
Yeah,
Claire's leading the stream of consciousness.
We're just talking today. I feel like I have been, and this is actually another reason that drove me to actually go to the doctor and get some shit looked at. I've just been so tired lately, and I'm not sure if it's just the state of the world getting me down or just health stuff, but I was like, I don't even know if we can sit in front of a camera and talk into microphones this week.
Yeah, so we just needed to be able to talk about basically whatever we want.
And
no
you were
planning.
like, no, we have to. Like, our fans, they like,
yeah, our fans,
they're gonna
be like, where are you? Where are you? Where are you?
Yeah,
it's like, oh, well, you don't know about this, but it's like Jesse and Lily. They have an episode at the end. So the Do We Know Them podcast. They at the end of the year they do like an award show. So like they give like they have nominees for categories, and it'll be like biggest like clout goblin will be like one of their categories, right? So it's just like everybody they've talked about throughout the whole year, because all they do is talk about like online like internet drama. They'll give everyone like awards, and this year they were having so many issues with like getting the video exported, and like Lily was having like some health problems, whatever. So basically it was like 2 weeks late. The amount of hate and people who are basically like, I'm unsubbing from you. It's obviously you guys are so like selfish and don't care about your fans at all. Even though they were giving updates like constantly being like, we're so sorry this is late. We're still working on it. It takes so much time. Like we have to make so many assets for it. And they got so much hate. And so that's what I'm saying. Like that's what our fans would do if we missed 1 week. They'd be like, we literally hate it here. We're leaving.
It's like when celebrities have to, well, not really celebrities. It's mainly specifically like musicians, when they have to like cancel like a tour date or like a whole leg of their tour. And they're really like, just like, I know how disappointing this must be to the fans. And like, I wish I could be there to do it for you, but I just can't because of so-and-so. Mm-hmm. And, you know, that's how I would have felt. I'm like, I have to push through. I have to give the people what they want. Yeah. Which is to hear us talk about absolutely nothing. Yeah, literally. For like 20 to 40 minutes.
But that is what they want. That's why they're here.
But you know what? I mean, sometimes that's what I want to listen to as well. I like to just listen to people talk in my little ears, or I watch them talk. Yeah. I watch them with my little eyes. I hear them with my little ears. And I'm just like, what are we talking about today? What are we discussing? What are we picking apart?
Literally, like one of my top podcasts, BNCMAP, Brooke and Connor make a podcast. They talk about literally nothing. Yeah.
I feel like those are pretty much all the podcasts you consume.
Well, that's because
it's almost always, it's just two people talking about. Just
yapping.
Well, sometimes there's a topic.
Yeah, or like there's a topic, but then like they'll start with that topic for like 2 minutes, and then they just have gone off on a million tangents, and now they're talking about God knows what. Yeah. But that's what we do too. That's why we're here. That's our inspo. Yeah. Our inspo is all the podcasts I watch.
I don't know. I think sometimes it's just not even fun. It just can be nice to just be able to like just talk.
It's like you're on like a FaceTime call, but like you don't get to say anything.
It's like unsanctioned therapy.
Yeah. No, exactly.
Like talk therapy, but like I'm just talking into a void.
Right.
I mean, I'm talking to you. I'm talking to.
And maybe a therapist is watching and and she's like, get some hope.
Yeah. Maybe she'll comment and be like, "Are you in therapy?" And I'm like,
"You said I have a podcast."
Yeah.
Why would I need therapy when I have a podcast?
Therapy's in session.
Yeah.
Right now. Please do not take this as actual therapy though. Thank you. Disclaimer.
Please.
What else do I have written down here? I like this little sentence that I wrote because I feel like this also describes basically what I just said. Being alive is exhausting, but like in general, not in a suicidal way. And I just, you know, sometimes when I talk about things specifically to Amber, I just have to preface it by like, but like, I'm not like thinking about like taking my own life or anything. I'm just like, I'm just like really sleepy.
Right. It's not like I'm so exhausted. I want to like
cease existing.
Right. It's just like I'm so exhausted. I just need to take like a couple day nap.
Yeah. I just need to like, it's almost like I need to like just like pause.
Right.
I wish there was a pause button on life.
Right.
like, because it's like I don't want an indefinite pause.
Right. No, exactly.
And that's the key thing. Is I just sometimes wish there was like, well, I guess technically in the corporate world, a pause button is PTO. I don't have a lot of that. Do I have more than most? Yes. And I'm very appreciative of it. Okay. I do take it for granted sometimes, but it's like, I wish I didn't have to take off my precious PTO just to be like,
no, of course.
Can I recalibrate mentally?
Right.
Anyway, that was a sentence that I had written down. Something else we've been discussing lately is talking about our wedding and our wedding party and how, like everything else in life, weddings are inherently political.
So political.
It's crazy. It's crazy out here trying to prioritize family dynamics and relationships while also being like, but it's my day.
Right.
That I am paying for along with some help from my parents because I'm their only daughter. So.
But it's also like the idea of like yeah, like I can do whatever I want because it's my day, but also I'm never going to be able to speak to some of my family again if I do those.
Yeah, we spent like an hour talking about this yesterday.
Yeah. Well, because we, like, as of right now, our wedding is pretty far off, but as of right now, we have, in theory, a pretty large wedding party.
Yeah.
And I think we're just trying to, like, narrow it down. It's just pretty big. But it's, like, the idea of, like, how to narrow it down, because it's like, if you take off certain people, then do you have to take off other people? And if you add someone, do you have to add 3 other people, too? And it's, like, it just gets to a point where it's, like, it's just crazy.
It really just becomes this big thing. And it's like a wedding is a big thing in your life. It's a momentous occasion, if you will. And yet I think at this point it just kind of feels like your wedding isn't, I mean, not even just about you. It's just like your wedding isn't really about you at all. It's about like your family. And it's like, obviously, like it's about your family and your friends because like that's why you have a wedding. That's why you don't elope. You have a wedding because like you want to celebrate your love and your commitment to each other with your friends and your family by like having them witness us exchange vows and how we feel about each other. And then also just to celebrate and have a good time with us.
Right.
But then so much goes into that.
Yeah. And we also both have big families.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's just, I don't know. It's a lot. It's just, it's stressful because like our wedding guest list right now is over 200 people. Which is a lot. I mean, not as big as some people's, but it is big. My throat is so scratchy. I'm so sorry.
I'm sorry. Do you need some water?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe anyone who's been through a wedding or is going through wedding planning can, let us know any tips or tricks or how you navigated things. But I just think sometimes in the planning process, thinking about all the family politics of it all, it just can kind of take some of the fun out of it. When like it should be a fun thing.
But it's still fun.
No, it's still fun.
It's just like it's like fun, la 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 la, and then it's like, oh,
yeah,
stress for a second, but then it goes back to like la 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 la.
I'm spinning like a ballerina. I love that TikTok song. Actually, most of my favorite like TikTok songs and sounds aren't even like real anything. Like it's like clips of things that people have put together, and it scratches an itch in my brain so well.
I love TikTok sounds.
They're so good.
I literally could just listen to TikTok sounds.
Yeah.
Like all day.
I also I tend to really like songs that have been like sped up or like slowed down in reverb. They sound a certain way in my head, and I like it. But I don't. But it's only like the little 30-second clip. I wouldn't like listen to the song like that.
Right. I also get
It's just
really
fun.
mad when like I discover a song on TikTok and then like I listen to the actual song and it's like, well, it's either one.
Oh, like Hosier's work song.
Well, I was gonna say it's either one, like the
orchestral
the
version.
only good part of the song is the part that's on TikTok. That's how I felt about
Be careful. Be careful. What?
Okay, not that it's the only good part of the song, but like it's basically like I listen to the whole song in anticipation of the part that's on TikTok. That's how I feel about the song "We Hug Now" by Sydney Rose. The part that went famous on TikTok.
Was that with all the buddy edits?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or even Indigo by
That the country song?
Avery, Anna, Sam.
That the country one?
Yeah.
How does it go?
Well, I don't know if it's actually country,
Something.
but I used to shine bright like gold.
That's definitely, you literally had a little twang when you sang it. It's definitely country.
Well, that song, like, I think the best part of that song is the part that's on TikTok. And again, I'm not saying the rest of the song is bad, but like, when I was listening to it and I was like, this is like fine. Like, I wouldn't like, I don't know. It's just, I feel like I felt that way a lot. I feel that way about a lot of like, Gracie Abrams songs.
But I wonder if that's the TikTokification of music at play.
Well, because
like, would we have liked it if we had heard it as a song by itself before hearing it as a clip?
Because a lot of times also in like the TikTok sounds, they're like edited a little bit. So they sound slightly different than the actual song. Like they've added more like instruments or whatever. And I'm like, this sounds better than the actual song. Literally the first time I heard the Gracie Abrams song, the I Love You, I'm Sorry, was like a clip on TikTok of her singing it live.
When she opts up a little bit?
Yes. But the opt up is so much better than the studio version, in my opinion. I feel like it's so much more satisfying to my brain.
I will almost always choose an opt up.
Oh my God. I love an opt up.
Okay.
I don't think it's
her
ever
name's Emmy Raver.
Yes.
She was one of the Angelicas and like one of the touring casts of Hamilton. And she does an opt up and Satisfied. Stop what you're doing. Look that up on TikTok or YouTube.
It's phenomenal.
She's so talented. Like her voice is beautiful.
Yeah, no, I literally love it.
Do you ever wish you could just like really sing?
Yeah.
Like
literally every day of my life since I was 8, probably.
If I could sing like sorry, I'm just thinking about singing Kill My Grandma from Trolls.
It's so funny. Claire's never seen Trolls. I mean, to be fair, I think a lot of people haven't seen Trolls. I feel like it's like controversial for me to say that I loved Trolls. I thought it was so cute. But singing Kill My Grandma.
But the Can't Stop the Feeling song from that movie,
oh my God,
needs to be abolished.
No, but okay.
Speaking of abolition, happy Black History Month. Can I I can't believe we didn't start with that. Again, please excuse me. I'm only half Black and I can do more work. Okay? I can do more work every day. But happy Black History Month. I get to celebrate every other day. Amber gets to celebrate none of the days.
No, I get to celebrate Claire half the days.
Yeah, she gets to celebrate me. My father, Dale, gets celebrated every day, but he also didn't know. There are dynamics to that in which if you knew him, that would make sense. But anyway, I just wanted to throw that in there. Happy Black History Month. Black people are amazing and wonderful and have contributed just stunning things to this country. They also built this country against their will. So I'll just put that out there. But thank you. I love Black people. I love Black communities. Do you?
Queen. Oh, of course I do.
Almost.
I was giving you a platform. I was giving you a platform so you could raise your half freaking American voice.
Yeah, Amber likes to call me a African American.
I don't like to call you that. She calls herself that. Okay.
This episode is now turned into me trying to get Amber canceled.
She tried to get me canceled in the kitchen when we were making breakfast yesterday.
That's right, I did.
She was like, oh, my birthday is in a month. I need to start thinking of what I'm going to do for my birthday.
I do.
And then she just like, and I'm doing dishes. Okay, I'm like preoccupied. I'm like, oh yeah, let's start thinking about what you're going to do for your birthday. Then she just stops and she goes, "Do you have anything to say to me? Do you have anything to say to me and Dell?" I'm like, what? I'm like doing the dishes. I can barely hear her. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And she was like, do you have anything to say to me and Del? It literally came out of nowhere. Okay, guys, I didn't even remember that it was February 1st. She only remembered because she said, oh, it's February 1st. My birthday's in a month. But
That's not true.
oh, you had to remember before that?
Yes.
Oh, well, I had not remembered.
Okay.
How was I to know?
I don't know. I think that's something you can work on.
But then I did say it. You didn't, like, you eventually said it so many times that I was like, you and Del. Like, I was like, lock in. What am I? Especially because Del was sitting in the other room. So I'm like, him listening to this being like.
Del was doing his daily
attention.
Duolingo.
Yeah. He wasn't paying attention, thank God. Because I was like, oh my God, he's listening and he's waiting.
Yeah.
I'm saying nothing. I'm drying a dish.
Yeah.
I
Del
eventually
is
got
currently drafting up an eviction notice.
No, I got there. I was like, oh my God, like, happy Black History Month. Oh my God, I can't believe I forget. I didn't even remember that it was February. Okay. January flew by.
What can I say?
It flew by, but it was also long.
I like to yank your chain a little bit.
Yeah, she likes to cancel me.
It's all in good fun.
No, of course. Of course, I love it.
Never for real.
I love it. I love being canceled.
You heard it here first,
I love being
folks.
canceled in the kitchen when I'm trying to do dishes.
Hashtag canceled in the kitchen. Our next podcast, where we interview celebrity chefs who've been canceled. Are there
any? Well,
I don't know.
Well, like, there's like,
What?
Wasn't there like a racist white woman?
There are many.
Well, no, that's a chef that made a cookbook or something. Paula Deen? Is she racist? Now I feel like this is slander because I don't know if that's correct.
No. Paula Deen, and I will say this with my chest, Paula Deen absolutely said the N-word.
Okay.
At some point.
And then who's the white woman that's friends with Snoop Dogg or something?
But somehow I feel like Paula Deen actually like got uncanceled. Or maybe she just disappeared.
Guys,
Martha
we don't know.
Stewart?
Yeah, she's friends with Snoop Dogg, right?
Yeah, but are you asking if she's racist?
No, I'm assuming not because she's friends with Snoop Dogg. What'd she go to jail for?
Not that I have black friends.
No, I'm just like, she doesn't give that she would be racist in the same way that Paula Deen gives that she'd be racist.
I don't think she is, or like anything.
I mean, maybe she is. Who is to say?
Against her?
Maybe
I know she went to prison
for what? Do you know?
But it was a really nice prison.
Well, do you know what?
Martha Stewart.
Do you know what she went to prison for?
I
know that she was in prison, but I don't know.
Give
what
me
she
1
went
second,
for.
everyone, while I Google Martha Stewart prison.
Yeah, we got to figure this out. No, I'm like,
why do I want to say it was like embezzling or
if Martha Stewart and or Paula Deen, if your lawyers are watching, this was all just alleged.
No, Paula Deen definitely said the N-word.
Oh,
that I remember.
Proven fact?
Well, fine, I'll Google that.
Okay, yeah. Allegedly, she said the N-word.
It was,
until we proven it.
It was a stock trading case. Something like the stocks.
Like a rich person crime?
Yeah.
Who cares?
She was indicted by a grand jury, including charges of obstruction of justice. This was in 2003.
Dang.
So
that's crazy, Martha Stewart.
Yeah, and then she like made false statements to federal investigators.
Oh.
And she served a 5-month term.
5 months?
In a federal correctional facility. But I feel like I remember
I didn't even know
at some point seeing pictures of it, and it was like super nice.
I didn't even know you could go to prison for like that short of a stint. Like I thought it had to be like longer than that.
Yeah, because a lot of people, their sentences are reduced, or not reduced, but basically like they chalk it up to like time served.
Oh.
And then she also got a 2-year period of supervised release, including 5 months of electronic monitoring.
Okay.
So is that like a
bracelet? Ankle.
Yeah, an ankle
bracelet.
Yeah.
I think so. Okay, look at Paula Deen, because as of right now, we're saying allegedly. Allegedly.
I mean, I remember, but I will look it up.
I feel like I definitely remember something happening.
Well, when you look up Paula Deen on Google, one of the first things, excuse me, I almost burped into the mic. One of the first things you see under people also ask is, who was the female chef that got canceled? So,
but like,
hold on.
Okay.
Paula Deen criticisms. Okay. One of the first things it says on her Wikipedia page under criticisms is use of sugar in recipes.
Guys.
That's going to get you canceled?
Guys, look at Paula Deen.
Lock me up.
You don't take me to prison.
Here it is. Racial slur controversy.
Okay, right. Okay, so we redact the alleged.
She was sued in 2013 for racial and sexual discrimination.
Girl.
The person said that Dean made derogatory remarks regarding African Americans. And then she also said that Paula Deen mused about wedding plans for her brother with a true Southern plantation style theme with black male servers, but rejected the plans because quote, the media would be on me about that, end quote. So.
All right. So I take back the alleged.
And then
Paula Deen is racist. Confirmed.
Oh, okay. And then in her eventual deposition for that case, she stated in the deposition that she had, of course, in quotes, of course, used the N-word at times.
Oh. Okay, so like she confirmed it as well.
Yes. So like in the deposition for that case.
Their lawyers can't sue us because she confirmed it herself.
I am sorry, you guys, but I do consider something on Wikipedia a pretty true fact.
Well, they link to like their sources.
They link to their sources. So if you want to look it up, that's fine. Obviously, I'm not going to cite Wikipedia in a proper academic paper.
Of course.
Because I was learned better. I went to college. I know what not to do there. But I will say, generally speaking, I would much rather trust what is written on a Wikipedia page than what is written on a government website at this point in time.
At this point in time.
At this point in time.
Yes.
I used to love going to a .gov.
And now I said, oh.
Now it's to the point where if that is where that's your only source of information, I beg of you to look elsewhere. Please. And to find other sources. Please.
Please and thanks.
Please and thank you.
All right, do you have anything else you want to just touch on briefly? This episode's getting kind of long. But
yeah, well, I feel like we talked so much about our medical
we really did. It was like 2 stories.
Got a little bit personal.
Wow, guys.
Like we're kind of like exposing ourselves.
We got really deep.
A little bit. I mean, no, that's really about it. I feel like this could also be a whole other topic. So I'll leave you with like a little taste of what could be next. But it's just, I don't understand how people could be upset about things that other people do that have no effect on them whatsoever.
Oh yeah, we could absolutely do a whole episode.
And that really was just brought up because again, I just think about it all the time. I'm like, how is me being fat hurting you in any way?
Right.
And like, why are you taking like, oh my God, like you're so jobless, like you're so unemployed.
Right.
You have nothing better to do than like just comment on other people's bodies.
Right.
And this goes for trans people as well. Okay. This goes for anyone and any kind of marginalized body. Shut the fuck up about it. I don't want to hear about it. They don't want to hear about it. Go get a job. Go do something to help the betterment of our society. And yeah, brush your teeth, eat vegetables, drink water. Do what you gotta do.
Turn off the Wi-Fi.
What?
I said turn off the Wi-Fi.
Turn off the Wi-Fi. Attend a community college course. Think outside the box.
Yeah. Sit with your own thoughts for 5 seconds.
Yeah. Touch grass. Go outside. Just helpful tics from your friendly neighborhood lesbians. Okay. Oh, for our Spotify listeners,
I didn't turn the lights on.
We were pointing at the lesbian flag behind us.
Sorry, guys. Usually these little things got lights in them. I forgot to turn them on.
There's usually twinkle lights behind us, but we kind of dropped the ball on that.
I kind of forgot because it's dinner time.
Yeah, we're a bit hungry.
We're gonna go eat some food. I forgot. My brain was malfunctioning because I wasn't fed, so I forgot to turn on the lights.
Yeah, we're gonna wrap this up, and we'll be back next week sometime with some more thoughts and ramblings and spiralings on something.
Yeah.
So, thanks for tuning in and joining us. We hope you have a great day, great week, and once again, happy Black History Month.
Happy Black History Month.
Woo! Bye.
Bye.